Namaskar and welcome back to New Delhi, the vibrant capital of India. Today, I intend to take you to another country on another continent. The name of the country is Djibouti and the continent is, well, you've guessed it right, Africa. How many of you know that the lowest point of Africa is in Djibouti? Well, at 153 meters below sea level, the iconic Lake Assal is the lowest point on the African continent and one of the lowest on our earth. It is also one of the saltiest places on our planet. So if you are interested in Lake Assal, join me on this fascinating journey. From New Delhi, we took a direct flight to Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia. And from Addis Ababa, we took the next direct flight to Djibouti. Let us join the action as our plane is about to land in Djibouti. We are about to land at the airport whose panoramic view you can see on the screen. It is the International Airport of Djibouti, a country situated in the northeastern parts of Africa that is also called the Horn of Africa. Here is a glimpse of the Gulf of Aden as the plane touches down in Djibouti. Djibouti is strategically located close to the meeting point of the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, which is one of the busiest shipping routes in the world. Djibouti's capital is also called Djibouti. Since we have come all the way from India, let me show you some glimpses of Djibouti city and its neighborhoods before we embark on a journey to Lake Assal. This appears to be a popular beach in the capital city. This is Djibouti Palace Kempinski, one of the well-known hotels in Djibouti city. Several government offices and business establishments are situated in this area. The port of Djibouti is strategically located at the crossroads of one of the busiest shipping routes in the world. The port of Djibouti plays an important role in Djibouti's economy. I also saw the statue of Mahatma Gandhi in Djibouti city. I was delighted to find that similar to samosa in India, the people of Djibouti love eating what they call sambusa. Of course, its filling could vary as per the local preferences. We are now on the way to Lake Assal, which is situated about 120 kilometers west of Djibouti city. It will take us about 2 hours to cover this distance. From the view of the landscape and surroundings, it appears to be an exciting journey unlike any other I have undertaken before. The climate of Djibouti is tropical desert with high temperatures except for the mountainous region of the Gulf of Tajura. After a long gap, we saw this small town along the highway. It is immediately apparent that the landscape is arid and rugged with minimal vegetation consisting of thorn scrub and palm trees. This is National Highway 1 or simply RN1, the longest highway in Djibouti. It goes all the way to neighboring Ethiopia and also forms a part of N'Djamena-Djibouti Trans-African Highway. Along the way, we got glimpses of Djibouti's countryside, hills and habitations, flora and fauna in their pristine glory. There were moments during this road journey like the one you see on the screen when it felt like we were transported to an enchanting and magical world. After traveling for about 50 kilometers on the National Highway 1, we shifted to the National Highway 9 or simply RN9, which would take us closer to Lake Assal. We stopped briefly at a vantage point for a panoramic view of Lake Gubet, which is essentially a cove separated from the Gulf of Tajura by a narrow channel. Thereafter, we continued on a journey towards Lake Assal. We crossed a few villages and rural settlements like the one you see on the screen. As we moved closer to Lake Assal, we saw some local people, their households and mosques. As we approached Lake Assal, we noticed that the landscape became more mountainous. We could also see the volcanic rocks and lava sediments of dark black color scattered all around. After a captivating journey through the heart of Djibouti, Lake Assal was right in front of us. The exceptionally hot weather was noticeable immediately, but it was not a dampener at all. Nevertheless, it is recommended that you carry drinking water to remain hydrated at all times. Experts believe that Lake Assal was formed by the opening of the Great Rift Valley. The sparkling white and dry part of the lake which you see is literally a bed of salt. It was an incredible feeling to walk towards Lake Assal, one of the saltiest water bodies as well as one of the largest reservoirs of salt in the world. The water of Lake Assal has the salt concentration of 348 grams per liter, which is 10 times more than the seawater and saltier than the water of Dead Sea. The rapid evaporation of water under the blistering sun creates a dazzling expanse of pure white salt crystals which is visible all around this lake. It was an extraordinary feeling, almost surreal, to be here in the midst of this magnificent and mesmerizing landscape created by Mother Nature. Lake Assal's main source of water supply is subsurface geothermal springs with aquifers linked to seawater. The water supplies to this lake are counterbalanced by intense evaporation due to high temperature, drought, and wind force. Walking towards the deep blue and turquoise water of this picturesque lake against the backdrop of the rugged mountains and volcanic formations felt dramatic and otherworldly. I was told that floating in this lake is an unforgettable experience. Due to its highly saline waters, you can easily float here like you can in the Dead Sea. But I did not have the urge to do so. Being there was more than enough for me. Lake Assal is almost azoic, as no fish or plant can survive in its highly saline water. Lake Assal is separated from the Gubet Lake and Gulf of Tajura by the Ardukoba volcano, which last erupted in 1978. Lake Assal is of great cultural and economic significance to the Afar people who have lived in this region for centuries. Their sustenance and livelihood are closely connected to the trade in salt that is sourced from the Lake Assal. Lake Assal is indeed a jewel of Djibouti in Africa. There is no question about its unique natural beauty and geological significance. The time spent at Lake Assal will always remain etched in my memory. The evening is fast approaching and we must start our journey to Djibouti city before the sunset. If you love traveling to offbeat places, Lake Assal must be on your bucket list. And rest assured that it would be an unforgettable experience whenever you decide to undertake this fascinating journey to Lake Assal. I will soon return with another interesting place, either in India or somewhere else. Until then, take care. Namaskar.